Seoul, I think they have a lot of great ideas with how to synergize that utility as Jelly is diving into these sites, and I'd imagine they're going to have a great game plan. This is a very predictable map pool.
It certainly is, and I also just think it's interesting, though, that we are in Pro and we have two very different comps in terms of the agents being played in the roles, even between Jelly and Dodonut. Kukuka was talking about these two players on the desk and seeing if we get a little bit more out of Dodonut on Shopify's side. On the Waylay, some options to play a little bit more aggressively, but once Jelly gets the op, always going to be fearsome.
Early advantage of the Teo. It's so easy to dominate A main control when you have that agent. I'd expect Team Liquid to constantly be farming that orb.
Liquid are just going to leave Jelly around there for now. Has a teleport to escape. Chooses to get tagged anyways by the knife. That's a cross-map knife thrown by Alexis all the way down on the B site. Yeah,
Kev's great for that kind of information from pretty much anywhere. Team Liquid are going to walk 4 back into Arden. Set up for a pretty nice split here.
There's a turret to watch this. Shopify have 2 players. Back secret. And Noya patrolling in mid right now. Team Liquid starting to zoom on into the site. As Mel drops this smoke, just anchor in back site, bring more and more teammates in. There's 4 players here as Spam onto Jelly. Alexis will get a kill on through the smoke. A couple more for Shopify. As Liquid put into the most uncomfortable situation.
Jelly is stuck here, low on health. So hard to get.
Oh, there goes Dodo too. In and out, Issa and Jelly connect on their shots. All of a sudden, an equal playing field. And a Shopify swing on back in. Noya and Alexis, just like last game, getting the job done.
One of the keys to that round was Mel's anchor smoke. That did so much for those players holding into secret together. Normally that's a position that can be pretty hard to anchor when you're playing into a double initiator comp, especially one with the Teo. They'll normally be Astro you to all these tools to root you out, but that's the smoke I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They instead get to tuck back, and as the rest of the team rotates in from CT, they have one avenue to approach from, and when they throw the initiator util front site, it makes it so much easier to fight Liquid where they're holding instead of being fought into.
You're always going to see Shopify playing back secret, trying to look for the spam shots there too. In that round, it's Sarah with a drone tag bullying Jelly, but once we start to get the Odin's online and just the heavier weapons, it's not easy to plant the site on A if Liquid do not get backside control past that smoke.
Same opener for Liquid this round. Again, just putting a priority on getting themselves ult orbs.
Only has a judge here.
Yeah, I don't like Issa's odds.
Sure?
Pretty sure. I don't think she does
I
either.
Agree. I agree. All things considered, I'd like to make the matter clear. Dodonut has an outlaw over on long. That'll be one good shot.
Spike down B.
Dodo's pretty much always going to be playing on this side of the map.
What is going on the minimap, by the way? Team Liquid have 2 players in art.
Right back.
Trying to hit the A site at the same time they're making noise on B. But where's the spike? I guess that's the question for Shopify. Well, it could actually be going down.
Yeah, they are just taking a war on 2 fronts here. Historically doesn't go too well.
Yeah, you want to
Concealment. 30 seconds left.
unite all your troops right now, especially when you're outgunned too. I can't say I saw the vision on this round, but that's okay. Team Liquid are going to have a better shot once they have some
open
guns.
your eyes, okay?
I'm trying to go through all the different realities, the universes, the timelines.
I think the universe where they win is just, well, we kill them 2v2 on each site and see what happens.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Or maybe you get a pick earlier.
Just that simple.
Now we get to look into the gun rounds, and I think that eco for Team Liquid is going to give us a preview of what a lot of the defaults will look like, where they're taking Orb on one side, and then they are going back and Teo redroning the other.
Last player
That's what
standing.
a lot of the starts will be. But with a comp like this, especially when they start to get ults online, you have some very nice preset executes to pull as well. So that's always a threat for Shopify to think about.
Team Liquid have full heavy armor after seeing the outlaw shots in the last round, even at the cost of 1 Guardian.
And here's the exact inverse of that A default. You start B, get the orb, and then they'll go back and clear elsewhere with the Teo drone.
They also saw this judge in the last round out of Noya, so if they work into the mid space, expect them to be diligent. Daiki still has a Prowler left, so makes playing these close angles really tough.
Yeah, you have great tools to clear this, but even still, a judge is dangerous.
Yeah, Flash is turned away, and Team Liquid aren't even going to bother fighting into Noya. Heard the one shot.
Good setup for Shopify and Art. They have 3 players here. A hinder could be huge.
A hinder? I mean, Alexis still has the knife, ready to cancel out any utility. And a flash too for this swing. Dodo swings straight into it, but Sarah is there along with Alexis. Regardless of the team flash, Shopify mop the floor with Liquid in Art. Some ideas to isolate these players with the util, but you're not gonna isolate Noya.
Yeah, that one's not happening.
Out of charges.
It was very muddy getting team blinded there, but it just shows how good the play was that it didn't even end up mattering. That hinder hits onto 2. Everyone else who was trying to swing away from it is getting flashed as there's that stun coming in from the Astra.
And Melkin calls this because she anticipates Daiki not wanting to mess with the judge on the anti-bonus. So you stack the only other area those mid players are going to pivot to.
And because the difference there was when we previously saw an Art play, there had been pressure A main. There was a threat of a pop from that space. There wasn't in that round, so Shopify could stack and fight for Art together.
Don't miss me too much.
Dodo sneaking up into mid for a shot. Mel guarding her right shoulder too. That's a nice little 1-2. To tear apart Liquid on this anti-eco.
I love the ideas for mid-round aggression you get with the Waylay in this composition. Obviously, one of the biggest trade-offs is you're giving up the fast rotation, the flashes that the Yoru has, but that rewind is excellent for little early round aggression.
Boy is deathless this game. See if she can continue it.
One enemy remaining.
Can't have everything, I suppose. Georgina, though, says, why not give me a Vandal?
She's got one thing, but unfortunately for her, missing out on the thing she wants most, the spike. Well, now her life as well. Shopify clean up this anti-eco and go up 4-0. So really a start that mirrors the second half of Haven. Shopify winning that bonus, starting to come back going. There it was Team Liquid who immediately called the timeout, and here they'll do it again.
Yeah, Team Liquid have been very snappy on the timeouts.
If you're a viewer of this team who has watched them in Brazil previously or just remember them from the 2023 championship in Sao Paulo, they have a new coach since then. That was one of the changes they made this year alongside dropping Bastarda and taking that opportunity to pick up Jelly. His name is Naps, and alongside Daiki, who's talked a lot about her efforts to bring more discipline to the team, to help them step up to that level of not just being dominant in Brazil, not just being good regionally, but being a team that will always make GCCs and will always succeed at these events. She credits a lot of that success to him and what he's brought into this roster.
And I think it's fair to say the system is looking sharp. The details are there, whether it's Team Liquid playing the mid-rounds, pivoting together, just following Daiki's calls, or the more set strategies, you know, their sight hits, all the util, lining up at the right time, spacing also good. Team Liquid, it's a reason why they're topping Brazil all year long and why they have already taken the map off Shopify.
So I would be a little surprised if it was like some big macro adjustment after only losing what is effectively one rifle round in what ended up being just that re-clear play from Shopify. We'll see what they do out of this. It looks like it's the same default they showed on that round 3, starting 3 towards B, getting the ult orb there.
Maybe a specific idea to just win this round and stop the snowball. Zera does have access to the ultimate. Shopify, though, getting a little aggro themselves, showing this A main fight, which will be heard by Georgina.
So Alexis gets the null command, and that's going to be a great counter to anything Liquid are cooking up.
Interesting.
You see the reaction as well. They're going to pull away, be willing to play retake with that null command.
But look at the Yoru TP all the way back in spawn. At the same time, Jelly is playing up on A, making a whole lot of noise to be able to pivot quickly back to the team.
Shopify just re-droned through Art. And now it's exactly the time where Team Liquid will start that pressure through mid. They're making this feel like it's going to be a B split.
And it's really going to be an A split. Although the teleport ran out from Jelly. Didn't use that one quickly enough. Sends one back, but it's not the full rotate TP this time.
With her down long, though, they basically have a choice right now of where they want to split. The problem if they go A, though, is Dodo, who got posted early into A main and has never left.
Team Liquid choose not to actually challenge Dodo, instead regrouping back into B. They're going to try and make it look like that B split is now a drone goes into A. But like you said, because Dodo has forward information, Shopify are not going to be fooled. Mel can still hold this line. Bothered by the clone, Jelly out from behind it. Noya will trade things out quickly.
That just got her the lockdown, so now they'll play off-site. And with the Armageddon gone, there's no way to destroy it.
No way to jump up into heaven either from Team Liquid. So now Liquid being forced to try and plant the spike. Gonna be down to the wire. Might mean Daiki is sacrificing her life. She has to try and run away here. Instead, plants herself in a corner.
Her teammates can protect her from long.
Can she survive? Can Liquid save her? I don't think so, not with the play out of Sarah. Ignoring her at first. Both players locked up on long. Early pull, stalls the plant. But not much more to come behind it. Shopify Rebellion are unstoppable.
The big mistake of that round is Vizera popping the Armageddon when she did. I don't think realized that Noya was one off the ult, would have had it online. I think if she had realized, she would have guaranteed saved it for the post lane instead.
But to be fair, she didn't know Noya left the site. Noya could have just as easily gone back pillar, back elbow.
Side, sure.
Exactly, and when your duelist dies in the front, sometimes you have to make that snap decision.
Are these guys brain dead?
Oh!
Okay, Lexi.
Well?
Talking her trash and, well, resetting Liquid to another eco.
Dimensional drift online for Jelly. See how Liquid combat Shopify after the early fight. Quick destruction of Jelly. Shopify running that look back 2 times in a row. I don't know if Liquid were ready for it.
Yeah, you almost feel bad for Jelly just teleporting into her death.
Right there.
Liquid will have walked their way into art, but Alexis is aware of this, just jiggling on that angle. And on anti-eco rounds, you'll often see teams do this where they fully give up mid. Don't risk taking any fights, as there could be a timing. No.
Yeah, this play never works, I feel like, from attack going underneath.
Hey, if Alexis hadn't been there...
Right, yeah. That's a big if.
There's always going to be someone holding that angle
Yeah.
in the setup like this, unless your opponent makes a big mistake.
The thing is, if no one is holding you in mid, you've got to know someone is back there, but
player
sometimes
standing.
worth taking the risk anyways. So flawless anti-eco setup out of Shopify.
Yeah, quick 6-0. Shopify proving why they're so good on Pearl.
It's weird because after Haven, I was like, oh, Shopify, they can bleed. And I'm like, I'm not so sure on Pearl if that's true.
Yeah, that has not been proven yet. We talked a lot about how Liquid want to play these slower rounds and juggling for different extremity. Well, here's what we get with a faster round, most likely. They have an ult combo online with the Yoru, Astra, and the Fade ult. There's so much synergy there. Pop out of an ult behind a Cosmic Divide. Deny the audio with Daiki's ult and have Jelly pop out as well. These are the rounds that make a comp like this so strong in its synergy.
Who's next?
It's also just an ask to get some kills on Team Liquid. 7 kills in 6 rounds. It has been lights out so far.
You are
Jelly.
divided.
Basically just 1 OT for Liquid. Has now got a good, no kill! Are you kidding? And now a flash over the top out of Lexi. Try and set up this fight onto the site, but things slow down as Shopify are back behind this wall.
Lexi drops out. This flank is coming in because the Astro Wall, they did not hear the turret was
Mel
down.
is in front of it. That is major. But Eugenia waiting on the other side. Mel is dealt with. And now it's a 2-on-3.
And the lockdown buys some space. Builds some time. And now the post flank gets to come in.
Daiki and Bizarro low. Both here for Sarah. Sarah gets in front of the stun. The shock dart is one. Not going to secure the next, but Alexis
Remaining.
has come back in. 2 stars on the spike. Alexis pulled away. Time is running out. Time is not going to be there. She gets the half stick, but cannot secure the round.
Gigina the one to shut it down. 3 kills for her and Liquid finally on the board. But that round was still terrifying. Look at the way it starts. Noya full turns the flash, destroys Jelly. But this is the moment. Taking that timing to push through on that fast flank. Shopify thought they had them cooked, but Gigina wins it pretty much alone there.
Yeah, Jujina and Daiki getting the kill on Sarah.
Yeah.
Making it the pure 1v1 gives Jujina that chance. Importantly, Team Liquid hold on to the Nightfall in that post plant.
But they haven't broken Shopify's money. Dodo will have an op, and Team Liquid go back towards this art control that they had in some earlier rounds. This time putting a lot more utility behind it, afraid of a re-clear play like they fell victim to on round 3.
Shopify, after going for that play early on, just have not cared about mid. They showed the aggro look out of double doors too, but we're going back to typical plans, playing deep over on the A site. The cross-map Knight from Alexis clearing away A main.
But with Shopify showing their A main fight 2 or 3 rounds in a row, both teams have kind of been conditioned to stray away from that space. Team Liquid having lost that fight twice. Now they'll finally go back into a re-clear with the Fade utility.
But it's coming a little bit late, and Bezerra is also on the other side of the map. Gonna throw a drone down long to try and convince Shopify of something, but I don't know exactly what that's going to accomplish for them. Backside has been and always will be the problem for Liquid on these A execs.
30 seconds
Sarah
left.
has a dart. Sarah has an Odin. And Sarah has support.
Face your fear.
Nightfall to lead the way for Team Liquid. A dart into sight.
Obscuring.
Still though, Shopify entrenched. And now some spam from Sarah. Sarah goes down, Jelly tracking her through the wall. Oh, with a numbers advantage. Shopify left without a pathway back into this site. The wall down could be the start of it. And these kills coming out from Jujina are massive. Back-to-back rounds out of the Astra player. And now Dodo, just with this operator, getting pushed around from every angle. Now Bezerra delivers a blow to the back of the head.
You're giving credit to Jujina. She did have an amazing round, but I think that comes down to Jelly and the play she makes. Shopify had that same smoke in rounds where those backside players got so much value, but look at this. Jelly just walks around the corner as that smoke is sent back and gets that timing onto Sarah. If Sarah lives there, she is such a problem with that Odin.
And now that's going to make Shopify reconsider their options of how they want to play A. It'll be that forward fight again.
And it's a fight from both teams towards A.
This time, though, Jelly has an operator on the other side, so no teleport into her demise. Team Liquid are going to receive that aggression and maybe wait for a re-clear. Knife didn't spot anyone.
They have the tail on this side, so drone available to push this back in.
Here come Liquid. Sarah breaks that Prowler. So the Seize is thrown back as well. Liquid throwing down heaps of utility. Sarah is out of the picture too. So after that refight goes Team Liquid's way, have plenty of options for the remaining minute in the round.
Jelly with the operator had wedged herself into B long, so holding that space all round. So Liquid freeze. See if Shopify go exploring anyway. But with the Killjoy set up on B and these two players holding hands on A, Shopify pretty unlikely to move here.
Yeah, Noya is never going to be going for jump peaks until actually the turret was just broken by Jelly before teleporting back into A.
Shopify is still committed to the setup. Mel is here, Alexis alongside her.
There is 1 star I'm counting for Mel. Alexis doesn't have any flashes left either, so Alexis has to choose the right timings. Another one? Not to be. And Mel on 39 HP, marked up by the Fade.
Spike planted.
Completely trapped in this corner.
Right there.
Noise arrived to the fight. Team Liquid unflinching. When's the timing gonna be, Shopify? You can't wait forever. And the timing is taken by Liquid. Snapping forward. Now Noya! There's no way. Noya, Daiki with a jumping shorty to take 3 in a row.
Lucrative locked back in this game. It started so wrong. 6 rounds lost in a row. Couldn't even figure it out off of their timeout. But here they've had all the right answers. This re-clear into A main is very well done. And despite Alexis's heroics, they're just too thorough in the way that they're playing these late round executes. So now the script flips and it's Shopify. Yeah, Daiki, give it to him a little. I mean, it wasn't 3 rounds ago that Alexis was calling him brain dead across the stage.
I didn't understand, but I heard the Noya name drop. I know that was what was going down.
I got the vibe. I got the picture of what she was getting at.
So it'll be Shopify Rebellion. Pump the brakes. 3 more rounds left in this half. It was going so well for them in the early rounds or the mid-fights, whether it was the full-on aggression, whether it was the trap play on their bonus. But now as Team Liquid have really slowed down the pace, it's seemingly Liquid that are finding all the timings to take some aggressive looks themselves in the mid-rounds.
Yeah, outside of that round with the big ultimates, right, where they ended B, it has been a lot of these later round A hits. I wouldn't hate to see Shopify, instead of playing these like heavy back sight plays, go back to playing a little bit more for art. I thought that was very successful when they were refighting at that space and then had position to kind of flash back into the site as they retake.
Could be the call. Late round, Alexis has the ult to stall, but my eyes are on Dodonut. B-Link right now with an operator purchase. When she played out of this space, round 4 I think it was lethal. And Shopify actually showed, I believe, the KO knife over towards A, some early attention. But now with Daiki moving up into Link.
Daiki heard the shorty, so she suspects it's an op, and she's just going for it.
Gets the headshot through the wall. Dodo on 25 HP. Daiki is single-handedly taking B-Link. Absolutely mental. Now the Cosmic Divide. To divide Noya away from the site. Noya is stuck in back sight. But that is her playground. Tethered up. Shoulder to the wall, wrapped from both ends.
And despite the null command, Shopify are still locked out. Issa had the door open for her by Daiki, now holding on a late lurk.
The fight in B-Link could be everything. As Dodo gets back on the line, Issa strikes first. That means no pressure coming in from Link. Shopify stuck in this choke point and cut down by everyone on Liquid's side.
Hell of a call from Daiki. Sends a Prowler into Link, and reading that Shopify have been playing light in mid, and hearing a shorty, she thinks, this is an operator, I can make this play. Sends it straight in, and that immediately welcomes her team to B.
There is no player in the scene that plays as aggressively as Daiki off of her own initiator utility. It is a treat to watch, whether it's the breach or the fade. And the confidence to seize those windows. If you hesitate for a moment, you're never going to get that timing.
And we have a chance here to go from a 6-0 half for Shopify to a 6-6-1. Team Liquid have them again reset onto an eco. And Daiki's just figured this out completely.
There's a knife thrown down in A main, cross map by Alexis, saw nothing.
There's a quiet stack on B. The drone did not see anyone. But Liquid will clunk towards A regardless, and actually making the right call to navigate this.
Wow, a dimensional drift just to make sure it's impossible for Liquid. Oh, there she is. Noya's had a pretty good game, but now has to deal with Jelly and this shorty.
The utility there was brutal.
Yeah.
There was a stun, a seize, a molly. What can you do if you're Noya?
Look, Shopify are trying to play quickly through this smoke. It's not necessarily working, although Jelly only had the 1 bullet in the chamber.
Still, with both these Sheriff players spotted and an excellent post plant for Liquid. This is looking clean.
Just a ridiculous turnaround from Liquid.
Last player standing.
Mel picks up the Vandal. Try and give herself a chance, but there just isn't even the time.
Outside of getting her ult orbs, damage doesn't matter at this point. Team Liquid are so rich.
5 rounds, 1 in a row, you're right. Couple of ultimates behind this too. Seeing a Nightfall and an Armageddon.
Out of the timeout, they played a lot of slower rounds for Team Liquid. Daiki managed to figure out the setup, and now, looking at the very last round of the half, they have 2 of their big assaults online again. And now Daiki can think. Do we want to speed something up? Do we want to threaten something else? They'll start a similar default, but there's that ever-present threat if you're Shopify.
Shopify's read out of the timeout has been to put the operator in mid. So Dodo is in art.
Look at Daiki again, Chrissy. She's just single-handedly
Yeah.
taking street.
It's her read, right? Is that no one's going to be here. Seas doesn't see anything, so she feels real confident. Of course, there's an alarm bot in her way. Liquid might just pop out here onto the A site. Yeah, Jelly takes it. That teleport with very little utility behind it.
And Noya was trying to get out. That was the lockdown.
Oh,
It's
Mel.
not dead.
Mel playing underneath that smoke. Shopify without any territory to work with on the map. Again, have to come out purely from CT, and it's a shock kill once more. Hunter's Fury ready for Sarah. That'll pave the way for this retake. Timing out the Nightfall for now. Puts the clock pressure on Shopify. Here comes that Hunter's Fury. Mel leading the charge, a teleport away as Liquid
Enemy remaining.
decimate Shopify. Sarah's left with an operator. And 3 players on the other side of it. Daiki ties this game up.
Shopify wins 6 rounds in a row. And Team Liquid say, hell yeah, we can do that too. Tie this half up with 6 of their own. And this last round, Noya dying there is so
planted.
critical for Liquid. She was going to deal with Daiki, who's been pressuring Street all of these rounds. And Team Liquid, just credit to their team fighting in these post lines. The way that they're pushing and disrupting Shopify's retakes. It looks so good.
A beautiful half. We're going to send it down to the stage and have a quick word with Bazera's brother Lucas before we get into the next.
Hi guys, it's Bella with Lucas Bizarro's brother. Well, you are here as the Team Liquid family rep. Well, and they're only 1 map away from the grand finals. This is your time to throw them a message, Lucas.
Yeah, it's been very crazy. We are literally from across the world. Brazil is literally the other upside of the world. So watching them here on the big stage, it's been so grateful, happiness and proud moments. So seeing my big sister here, oh my God, she's... I feel very happy. I'm here with my mother. We are here to bring all the energy of the families from the players. We know how hard they've been working, especially as family. We know how hard they go through all the things. So we can only hope for the best. And yeah, it's been a comeback this map, and then we know that they are capable of going to finals and win the championships. So let's go, Liquid. I'm very proud of you, my sister. Thank you.
팀 리퀴드 비제라 선수의 둘째 오빠분을 만나봤는데 가족을 대표해서 어떤 이야기를 해주고 싶냐라고 물어봤을 때 세계 반대편인 브라질에서 먼 길 왔고 이렇게 큰 무대에서 활동하는 동생을 보면서 너무너무 자랑스럽고 오늘 엄마와 함께 이 자리를 함께하게 됐는데 우리 비제라 선수뿐만이 아닌 모든 선수들을 위해서 가족 대신해서 응원을 할 테니 너무 감격스럽고 이렇게 함께하게 돼서 너무 좋다고 이야기를 해줬습니다. Alright, thank you, Lucas, and bora!
Bora, vamos! Thank you.
It's so good to see Team Liquid have that opportunity to play in front of at least some of their family. They talked about the heartbreak that was the final in Sao Paulo, losing in Brazil in front of their families to the Shopify Rebellion squad. Now their chance for revenge here today in the upper final.
It's all tied up right now. You can check out the Coinbase Econ report where Noya had a phenomenal first half. Again, it's Team Liquid that steal the thunder at the end with 6 in a row. But you can't mistake her brilliant work on the Sentinel.
We got to start talking about this game in quarters because the first quarter was all
True.
Shopify. Second quarter, 6 in a row for Liquid. Now, the defining pistol round here in the second half. It's a map that has historically been excellent for Shopify. Remember, they have not dropped a series at GCC. The closest opponent that they ever had was Liquid in that final 2 years ago. Now a huge opportunity for Liquid to actually close it out, this time on Pearl.
You win this map if you're Liquid, you are sitting in the finals. A chance to play in that position again, this time with the advantage. A little map ban in the upper bracket. But they have to continue off that first half success, the second quarter success.
very quickly. Jelly has walked all the way up B long, so Team Liquid are stacked heavy on the A side of the map.
Issa wants to play here in art.
Found them, killed my bot.
Calling Bizarra over for these players. They're thunderous with the footsteps and have already crossed over from Bizarra. Shopify Rebellion pushing now into the A site. As the hunt comes out, Jujina looking for a moment to step outside of the smoke. Shopify actually don't go for the plant. Those missiles forcing them away allows Jujina into the site. Now Jelly on the flank. Liquid waiting for one player
Spike planted.
to find an angle to get back in.
Jelly's so patient.
Concealment.
Taking their time, but Jujina's down. Now Jelly will be that player. Asked for another kill in main. That'll be necessary. And Mel doing circles around with a knife to the heart of Bizarra.
That's how we end that round. Just an absolute standoff in the post plant. Liquid had great information from the beginning of that round. Jelly had walked all the way through B. They had the right rotations. They had the flank. But so much attention is drawn to main that no one's looking at Mel.
Hang on. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. A knife kill like that. Ridiculous. So Shopify win their second pistol. That 6-round win streak broken. Team Liquid have a unique strategy they're bringing into this pistol round. Stacked 4 players on top of each other, sorry.
Yeah, the high, low, medium, high, medium, low.
Yeah, Daiki is not part of the circus. She's gonna do it on her own in A main.
Teleport away.
Hey, we take those. That's a free orb.
Yeah. That's a bit of a win for Jelly and around where it doesn't look like Liquid should have too much more.
Okay, Shopify are getting a little funky with it.
Noya. Didn't you see Daiki?
I'm not sure.
I think she might have been just flashed enough to miss the cue.
Okay. Daiki not holding the right line, still snapped over for a headshot.
I mean, just gunned it.
It's highly respectable. Not sure if it matters in any real fashion. I mean, if they have guns, I think Team Liquid literally just win the round. Everyone's hitting headshots, but the classics aren't getting kills.
Yeah, well, Shopify, they had to lurk back towards B. Mel has opened the door and, well, now shuts it in the face of Team
30
Liquid.
seconds left.
No, he's just going to hang out here a while. Since it is the 5v2, well,
Last player standing.
you hate to see it, truly. But while
You were saying?
Shopify and Liquid, they're both playing very similar comps in terms of roles. We've got double initiator, right?
Yeah.
The actual agents, they've got 3 different unique agents. How do you sort of look at this half playing out with Team Liquid having the waylay and a little bit more exec tools, I feel like, than Team Liquid had on their own attack side?
Or Shopify, that is.
Shopify,
with
sorry.
this attack side. I think what they have really good is, first of all, they have amazing mid-round info with the cross-map darts or knives. I think
They've
that
also
is so
got
good.
great synergy down
Yes.
there on B long.
They do indeed. Hanging out together.
But back to the topic at hand.
Sure. Ask me a question,
The
get
comps.
distracted immediately. No, but I think these initiators are going to do a really great job at being able to provide support from pretty much anywhere in the map. But when they go for the execs, I actually like this comp so much better for the executes. On a small map like this, where, especially on A, you're normally trying to play either on site or like in secret to spam. Hinder is such a brutal ability to deal with. Because if you get caught out back A, anything like that, if you're, say, an Astra player, you have no escape because of that Hinder, and you pile that up with double initiator utility, of which you're having to break a knife, you're having to break a dart. It means that these execs are always such a big threat from Shopify.
You'll also just watch Dodo not even take the gun out, just dash in there, throw it in the Hinder. Good spacing behind her for the trades, but Team Liquid are tasked with cleaning up shop here on the anti-bonus. Failed to do it in the first half, and that's what started the snowball.
Interesting interaction. She actually rewound, but I think still was seized through the wall or something along those lines. That was a nice attempt with the seize tail missile.
Teleport runs out from Jelly.
There's the kind of KO knife I'm talking about. No one's there, but you pressure this Astra away and know that they've posted up.
And there's 2 players already shifting from Liquid over onto the A site.
Ooh,
So
Jelly.
Shopify have a good angle here. Jelly did reset the teleport. It's so patient from Shopify. We're down to 45 seconds.
Do they just wait out the TP? Eventually they have to go.
Pull back. Star to clear Jelly. Nice shot. And now the sprint over from Team Liquid. As Shopify gallivant into the B site. Up in the smoke is Daiki. The IGL. Daiki has another and turns around to deal with Dodo. Eventually falls down, means the plant goes through from Shopify, but keep your eyes on Bazera. Through the wall now.
Spike
Ready
planted.
to strike into the back of Shopify. Gets the kill on the spam.
And Noya is late to this one. Only now is she running in. But the map change is a full long post plant in a 2-on-3. That is hard, even with this excellent utility. Team Liquid have to speed up. There's 2 mollies and the pull.
And still haven't even tapped the spike. Now getting on it. Here comes the pull. They're trying to block. Fail on the first attempt. A smoke is already down. Another nano to follow. These shots not connecting. The nano does. Noya. Lethal. Just teasing Jujina. The time is not gonna be there. A third in a row for Shopify.
Team Liquid, they fully gambled on getting that body block. As the crowd salutes Denmark's great president.
I mean, Noya is having a game. 18-9 after Daiki does this.
But unfortunately, as soon as you miss that body block, you just lose because of killjoy mollies. Even if Noya doesn't hit these shots that she did, listen to that timer by the time Jujina's tapping. Nothing she could do. And that's 2 bonus rounds won in this map for SR.
I mean, Team Liquid are just an inch away from the finals if they win those 2 bonuses. Be a completely different story in this game. As a result, now on 5 Sheriffs. Stepping up in every single lane on this map. Quickly pushed back, and now with the dive, the hinder, that's what I was talking about. Dodo not even playing for the fight herself. Acts as support for her teammates to follow in. Only then to pull out the gun as Shopify are untouchable in this anti-eco.
Yeah, if you're a Champions watcher, you know Hyunmin, who kind of made a name for that Mosquito comp on DRX, but it is a lot harder to implement your playing solo duelist comps, but you can still do it. It just requires great fundamentals, and good thing for Shopify, they really have that. I think even if they're playing like a comp with no dive, this is a team that is so drilled in the way that they scale into sites together. That once Dodo can get that info, get that hinder, they are absolutely excellent at following up off it.
Enemy remaining.
The fans are loud today, too. We've heard the Casey fans popping off, you know. MIBR and Liquid fans, when they're coming back and winning in O times, getting absolutely nuts, but Shopify have packed out half the arena today.
And for the second time this game, after losing the first 4 rounds of a half, now this is going to take a timeout for Team Liquid.
So you already talked a little bit about how effective Shopify's comp is for diving into a site or even just seizing space over any part of the map with the waylay. How do Team Liquid combat against that explosivity out of Shopify?
I think it has to be threatening forward fights earlier in these rounds. Shopify has very good utility for re-clearing space, say into one main or the other. You saw it in that previous round with how they destroyed Jelly up towards the B site. But I think if you're Liquid, you have to constantly pressure them and threaten that you're going to have someone fighting forward. And even if you're getting shoot away, that's eating up some of that utility. And then with the approach to sites, I think you have to be playing flood retake. You can't have players in position where they are just tanking a hit from the waylay. It'll almost always go wrong.
A big part of Team Liquid's second quarter revival was getting a little more proactive when they were the ones seizing the reins in the mid rounds. That's where they looked their best, but hard to seize the reins against a lockdown.
You still have spam through that smoke.
Can stall out, and if there's an anchor smoke drop down for Liquid, Lisa could get back into the site. Instead, Liquid choosing to play offsite entirely and retake his 5.
Dodo's just taking Art alone, though. That's so big for Shopify.
That's huge, especially because there's no flank pressure coming in out of Liquid. They only have 2 choke points to break back into the site from.
Spike planted.
Shopify are deciding to play entirely offsite. 4 players in Art is a huge number. Very unexpected, especially with Nanos already placed down on the spike. A a star there as well. Georgina needs kills and needs them quickly. The pressure has to come in, and it's not quick enough yet from Liquid. Now some fire in response as Nightfall flushes out A main. Back onto the spike as Zodo lays down the entrance path. Daiki again. Really, Daiki, what can you do? She can do it all. 4 kills and immediately answering back for Liquid.
Daiki's just been so clutch this tournament. The G2 game, where they only won it by a hair, requiring overtime. It was her winning clutches to keep her team in it.
That was a
Here.
1v3.
Yeah, another one against the back-to-back champs. You can really laud this player for everything. Her aggression, her clutches, and her leadership. The caller, the captain of this team, picking them back up.
She is the entire package. That's why Liquid have been at the top of their game for so long. Think about the damage they could have potentially done even last year. Brazil been allowed a second seed. Now she gets some momentum back from Team Liquid. We saw what could happen in the first half.
Need that back.
So does Shopify have an answer back? Heavy setup towards A. They just want to run this back.
Ball back here.
Daiki backed into the corner there as Dodo flies on up. The utility is perfect out of Shopify. There the follow-up comes in too.
This is the issue I'm talking about, Christy. When you try and hard anchor and play front side against a waylay, it's honestly bound for failure unless you can get ahead of that hinder.
You saw the retake
Player
ideas
standing.
perfectly executed by Team Liquid in the last round, but as they try to remain unpredictable, fall victim to that exec out of Shopify.
I wonder if the idea was to play close on the smoke, try and like push into it and fight past where that waylay's coming. But the issue with how Shopify play is Dodo is never actually trying to take site. She's just going into hinder and leave. So it's very rare, I think, that that play is actually going to come up your way. Look at Mel laughing. What are they saying?
I don't know. Shooting sprays, having way too much fun. It's kind of the charm of Shopify, though. You know, Shopify is a team that it's so rare when they actually do find a team that will challenge them in the server. They've been so dominant both domestically and internationally for so long. And yet, even when they falter in map 1, even when it's not clear-cut they're going to win map 2, still keeping the energy up, keeping it light.
They've really earned that demeanor, I think, because when you're talking about their dominance, they've also taken some very hard losses this year.
One enemy.
The first all-women team to qualify to
Enemy
challengers
remaining.
of anyone in the world, and then to go down, get relegated, lose out on that opportunity, have to fight your way back in. They've really been grinding for it at so many different levels this year. Trying to add a trophy as the cherry on top here at GCC.
It's always been the way of Shopify to play in every tournament they can, whether it's GC or co-ed.
But Liquid's that team as well. They were so close to qualing to challengers in Brazil. Just missed out on what Shopify could do. Will they miss out in this series against them at GC?
Both these teams have been favorites in their scenes, have been underdogs. But in this match, 2 Titans. Team Liquid just watching this game start to slip away. Forced onto a light buy here. What they do have going for them is this stack of 3 players.
But the weapons are just not great.
Shopify are taking their time as well. Here it's gonna come. First wave of utility, a Hunter's Fury 2. Issa up in front, quickly shut down as Mel wreaks havoc onto the site.
Spike down B.
Astra player finding the entry is a little
30
silly.
seconds left. There.
Other than a Yoru ult or just a sacrificial lamb, I think that Waylay is the best agent to defuse an anti-eco stack. You
Spike
send her in, you
planted.
get the info with minimal risk,
Last player
and you
standing.
break your team out of any blockage that you may find.
So Shopify are gonna jump up to 12 rounds here. A lead of 5 is plenty of cushion. That's more than what Liquid had in the last game. But Liquid did win 6 rounds in a row to tie things up in the first half. Now they only need 5, Mimi.
Cinema. couldn't read the rest of it. Got that much.
Probably talking about an IGL calling. That's my best bet. Maybe it's a John QT fan that got lost. I don't know.
Yeah. Map 1 was certainly cinema. Let's see how much of a film Team Liquid can make this half. And they start to amble something together. They've got the ults, they've got the guns. Now they need to find the answers.
Got 5 players on light armor though. A little bit less than ideal. Especially as Shopify seizing some mid control already. Here to break the alarm bot and put some big question marks in the middle of the map.
Such a great round to do it when Liquid are going through an aggro play on A. Jelly just walking up, but with her TP timing out, does she choose to stay?
Well, there is the knife lineup for the A main reclear. It comes after shots were exchanged between Jelly and Noya though. Jelly's been struggling a little bit more in this game than the last. Noya's presence just invoking fear in Team Liquid. They're dominating throughout this map.
Sarah in position to throw a dart, send a bit of a fake towards this B site as her teammates work back in.
You are divided.
But Jelly still has forward info.
Wall down, Jelly up in front of it. Again, only sees Noya. And trying to walk her way out of this one. The teleport is in time. And the rotates have come in from Liquid. 25 seconds left. And Armageddon to keep them in the choke. Alexis is in front of it. Alexis has to find her way into the site for her teammates. The rest of Shopify not far behind. There's just a little bit of time. Jelly trying to play spoiler. The missile's coming in. Alexis getting chewed apart. It is a mess on site. As Daiki strikes first, gets another. Daiki trying to salvage this map. She already had the 1v4. Now with another swing and a good haunt. She's in the clutch again. Pushing forward. Daiki with the spam. You can't ask for anyone better.
You just have to wait and witness when it's Daiki in the clutch.
Go ahead. Stand your ground. Missile deployed.
What more is there to say about her?
I've got to ask for the clutch numbers after this tournament. Daiki has been unreal.
And it's not like she's winning 1v1s, even 1v2s. It's just 1v3 after 1v3 that she's pulling off practically alone. Just half the time with a Guardian of all things.
Well, this round doesn't get any easier for Liquid. Still need 4, but now with a couple of Bulldogs and a Guardian. And Dodo might have even realized that its light armor buy is on this money. It's an outlaw purchase, and it's an outlaw kill.
There.
Another swing, but this time not punished. Jelly continues to challenge. So things are even as Issa gets a kill in mid. There's no smokes for Shopify to play with.
And even look at Gigina. She's pushed all the way through A. They can fully stack towards B here.
Do Shopify use ults to try and win this round? Sarah's contacting in. Oh. Okay. A little bit aggressive. Will force Jelly to teleport away. Look where the spike's hanging out, though.
One enemy remaining.
Sure. I guess Jelly can just do that. No fear in this round. Like, even after her teammate dies, doesn't choose to teleport away. Sticks around for another shot.
Think about how many players went aggressive this round. The walk up to get the kill on the lurker in street. Gigina just solo challenging A main. Works all the way around for her reward with the headshot on Alexis.
There is something to be said about just unlimited aggression to a certain extent. You kind of saw it on full display yesterday with the comeback MIBR defeating G2. That was Bastarda getting so wild through smokes.
But this is kind of what I was hoping for after Liquid's timeout. I think the biggest mistake you can make against a Shopify playing double initiator Waylay is to sit back and let them play. You need to be challenging them, forcing them to use their utility early to clear mains, constantly testing them. And even with the threat of losing this map, I love that Liquid is still having that confidence.
Jelly's up. It won Haven on defense and the attack. Now posted up outside ARP, but there were pings down I think Shopify are ready for this. Question is, do they contest? And that answer is a resounding no for the time being.
Hearing that Prowler, they know something is up in mid. Exactly what they're yet to see is Jelly marches ever forward.
Ooh, Mel wants them to go back heavy into window. The flash pushes Daiki away, and Jelly doesn't have a TP. Doesn't even matter. The kill into Dimensional Drift sees 3 players. Team Liquid are playing with perfect information, except for while Mel's lurk is going down. Even then, she's revealed by an alarm bot B long.
So Liquid reset, a haunt into A main. Georgina posts there again. A re-clear, mid with the drone.
Ah, Noya's seen. Wait, I do believe it saw her.
Almost certainly. You see Bizarra holding for it. Liquid have regained their situational awareness. They play off A instead, choosing to just hold in main.
Shopify are looking to finish in art. 30 seconds on the clock. But without A main control, that is so hard.
If Georgina turns, this is a nasty crossfire.
Team Liquid are in the right spot. They're up a player. They've got ults. This is their round to win. The shots do not connect from Daiki. We're down to 10 seconds now. Sarah planting back sight. No one actually challenging her to stop it. Now Georgina falling in main. The playing field is equalized. Issa once again positioned to drop down the lockdown. And Sarah's playing so far forward. Dodo rips the ultimate. Dodo charging forward, trying to win this herself, but doesn't turn for the other player. It is now Liquid. In a 2-on-2, pushing back in. Noya and Mel wrapping a bound into Liquid's own spawn with a star on the spike. An early pull on that. 20 seconds in this round, the kill from Daiki again. But where's Mel? That's the question. Daiki downloads her and takes her out.
That's a 10th round for Liquid. 2 away from overtime. Is Shopify, we're so close to winning that. The fight into spawn off of the Waylay ult. But that last second trade, and Daiki again.
Yes.
The one to do it. I mean, just an outstanding game from her. 21 and 13 on the fade.
And she snuck.
That's so quick.
She snuck up out of nowhere because just a few rounds ago, I believe before round 20, it was 11-11. She just got 10 kills in the space of 3 or 4 rounds to keep her team in this.
Hefis does not want to watch this one slip. Calls a timeout for Shopify. They have struggled since Liquid have turned up the aggression. Georgina solo challenging A main round after round. Jelly that time fighting into mid with the op.
But let's also not get a mistake. Shopify have been in winning positions late round multiple times. It is in the post plant where Daiki's heroics have been game-changing.
That they have. So what do you do now if you're Shopify? You have Noise out, you have Alexis's as well. Is this the round where you make it simple? Just go for an exec with that null command. Get into these post plants that have been so good for you all game. At least on the B side they have. That's where the clutches haven't been coming through quite as often.
I mean, you have 3 ultimates after Sarah gets another orb. Surely you have some of those in the post plant, and it becomes so simple.
But a nice answer from Liquid. They have ults, you expect a hit. You play for mid control instead. Be ready to fast flank and pressure the other side.
It's a more passive mid turret from the Killjoy.
Broken.
Yeah, Jelly does fire off the op shot too. Now, because Jelly's playing Fioru, that champ can now be anywhere.
Liquid this whole defensive half have done a great job of going for something aggressive and then quickly resetting into a completely different setup. But the consistent piece of that setup has been Georgina. How many rounds has she been untested A main?
All the time.
Shopify have so many tools to clear this though. Alexis with the knife, even just a flash to go in. Surely they shoot her away.
Georgina, if she could just deal with one of the players with an ult. Alexis, Noya, Sarah. The landscape of the round changes. She's here, she wants one shot, one good shot. Give her team the lead. Can't find it. So instead, falls back, and it's an early pop on the Nightfall. Nike a little trigger happy with that one. Now means the lockdown comes in.
But there will be spam even through this. It's still scary for Shopify to get out on this site, even with the lockdown, the missiles, they're stalling them out.
Whoa, Dodo's in there, double dash in with the spike. So it's just gonna be planting the spike.
Planted.
So the spam can't come in. Now Shopify flood on through. It's a fight back into Art. Daiki around this box. If Daiki falls, Team Liquid no longer have their clutch. That responsibility comes down to someone else. Down numbers once more. The wall comes in. Jelly could be that player. Onto the spike already. No nanos yet. They're sticking it not to half. Now with more and more utility raining in, Jelly just walks on through that wall. The pressure is coming in way too late. The fight around the wall, a disaster, but Bazera brings it even. Falling down at the final moment, Shopify Rebellion send us to sunset.